try.
Okay. What are some of your favorite reflections on the MBA so far?
Some of my favorite reflections. I remember the feedback session of the second group work. You know, the group work about for the course people, so human resources. I was in a group where we were preparing for the competition at Rotterdam School of Management. And I remember during the feedback session, actually, I realized that I was, how can I say, I had kind of a rigid approach to project work, and I was actually made aware that like the ideation phase can sometimes take up like 90% of the time, and actually in 10% of the time you actually can produce all the deliverables. So that was something, because I was really frustrated at the moment during the project, and I mean, when I'm frustrated, it's hard for me to hide it. So, but it was cool to see us accomplishing something that I wasn't aware that was possible in a way. What was yours?
Well, some of my favorite reflection, I think, is also regarding the group work. Definitely, it's I think in every group work, we always had 5 to 6 people, and we never had one nationality twice. So we were kind of always a complete diverse bunch of people. And for me, having worked in consulting before, it was really like a more homogeneous constellation in the projects, and working with all people from different backgrounds, different jobs was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that your expectations of people you work with has changed since then?
Yeah, definitely. I think before it was more like a single currency which you had, like you deliver certain content X, and it was pretty clear. And now, and I think in these group settings we really had a good understanding what everybody can bring to the table, and it took some time to understand that. But then they all had different qualities, different things they could do, and then you get a result that might not be what you have expected, but it's actually arguably even better than what you initially set out to do.
Yeah, so you could actually work more efficiently with a broader scope of personalities.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it also kind of implied that you give up control to a certain extent, or that you kind of let things flow a little bit more, and you're open for maybe the uncertainty a little bit better.
Okay. And I mean, maybe a last question, like for someone who wants to keep climbing, let's say, the ladder in consulting, would you still argue that it's valuable, or would you say?
I think definitely. I think in general, once you move up the ladder further in this type of job, I think soft skills become even more important. And on the more working level, you need to be good at structuring content, producing results. But then once you start managing teams and selling projects, it's much more people's business. And the world is getting more globalized, and people with different backgrounds come in, and you work with different people. Also, the client is maybe changing, and you work with clients from different regions. And being prepared for this, I think, is really something that will pay off from this MBA a lot in the future.
Okay.